loves. I just wanted to talk about, and I thought it might be fun to talk about, perfumes that I have been wearing this summer, summer 2025, that have just really struck a chord with me. I've got a few here that I've had for absolutely ages, and then I have a few that are new. A few that I've really loved right since I very first got them, and some that I didn't necessarily like. I mean, I liked them, that's why they're in my collection, but I didn't necessarily love them. But for some reason, this summer, they've just hit really hard, and I've really, really been enjoying them. So I'm going to start with one. This is a bit, might be the most expensive one I have here, maybe, around about. But this one, I wanted this for ages. I managed to get it a while back, a partial bottle, although it had hardly been touched, to be fair. And I just really love this. So this is Le Jardin de Monsieur from Hermes, from the Jardin collection. This is by far and away my favourite from that collection, and I don't really feel the need to own any of the other ones. I have samples of all of them, and I think they're all really, really wearable and beautiful, but this is my favourite by far. So the notes they give you for this, they just say kumquat, jasmine, mint and green sap. And I mean, it has this strange kind of plasticky smell to it, which I really, really love. And I think it's one of the reasons I love this so much, because as a rule, I don't go for jasmine perfumes that are just jasmine. But there's something about this one with that delicious and unusual kumquat, the very gentle mintiness, which in summer does actually come out. It's not like super strong. It's not like, I wouldn't smell it and be like, that's a mint perfume. But in warm weather, you really, really do get a sense of that freshness from the mint. And I don't know why, because I know that some people find this one a little bit more tricky to wear, probably because of that slightly strange plasticky note. I think I heard Sarah May say that it's almost like smells like vinyl or something, and I totally know what she means. But I find this one so easy to wear, and I just absolutely loved wearing this year. Like, this one really was such an easy, joyous, fresh, beautiful summer perfume. So yeah, that's Le Jardin de Monsieur from Hermes, and I just think that one is gorgeous, worth every penny, to be honest. Lasts quite well on me, considering that it feels quite light and a little bit ethereal, but it lasts really, really well. Love it. This guy was a blind buy that just worked out really, really well for me. This is Victorinox, the Swiss Army company. It's called Forget Me Not. So this one, it has bergamot and pink pepper in the top, the mid notes of Forget Me Not and hibiscus seed, the base notes angelica and cedar. And I don't really know how to describe this. It does smell floral. I'm not sure it quite, well, maybe it does smell this purple colour a little bit, but it's not that I find it particularly violety. But I guess it is that kind of feel. I guess it has the same kind of feel to me as a violet perfume, but it doesn't necessarily smell like violet. There's something a bit more interesting going on with the florals. But there's a gorgeous freshness, sweetness, and a very lovely out of the shower kind of smell to this that makes you just smell amazing. The longevity on this is quite impressive, and it creates quite a big scent bubble, even though it's not in any way overwhelming, which for me in spring, summer, and summer in particular, I would hate. The joy of this one is that it makes me feel like I'm wearing a shampoo-y perfume, but it isn't actually texturally like a shampoo-y perfume. It doesn't have that sharp harshness that I get from things that really smell literally like a shampoo. So I really, really like Forget Me Not. I think this is such a lovely little cheapie. And yeah, so I was really surprised by how much I loved wearing this one. I thought it was a really, really beautiful floral. Very, very pretty indeed. Really easy wear. This guy was truly love at first sniff. Avgoustos from Korres is a fantastic fig. I'd call it a fig and orange blossom perfume myself, because I feel like those are the two notes that kind of hang around the most here. But you definitely get also a lot of lemon tree, so it's got a real greenness to it too. It smells like a holiday on a Greek island. Like, it is one of the most evocative perfumes in terms of just smelling like you're on a vacation. It's beautiful. The notes are bergamot, lavender, mandarin orange in the top, mid notes of fig, lemon tree, orange blossom, base notes musk, ambergris and cedar. And I just could not believe how yummy this one was. And like, it's super unisex, I'd say, but it's just such a fantastic summer perfume if you want to feel like you are out and about, even if you're just, stuck at home. I found it very comfortable to wear. It's got this It's just got this lovely brightness, and it's got this kind of slightly creamy, not quite lotiony, but it's got that kind of orange blossom that turns into something that smells a bit more soapy and lotiony, while you still got that slightly earthy fig, that slightly green lemon tree. It's just wonderful. Yeah, and it's such a good price. So that's Avgoustos from Korres, like a real surprise hit. Another blind buy that I loved. This next one is one that I've had for ages, and I just sometimes sort of forget about it because it is quite a simple little ditty. It's the 4711 Acqua Colonia. This is the lemon and ginger cologne. But it is so fantastic in very hot weather when you just want to smell clean and fresh, but you don't want to smell soapy, you don't want to smell lotiony, maybe you don't want to smell detergenty. If you just want a true citrus and you like lemon, this is the one, because and I'm sure some people do get a cleaning product from nearly any lemon perfume. This smells like actual literal squeezed lemon juice to me. It doesn't smell like lemon pith or lemon oil. It smells like actual lemon juice sweetened with a syrup that there's been some ginger in. So it's got a slight sherbety sweetness, a very subtle hint of ginger. This isn't a gingery perfume. To me, this is much more lemon than it is ginger. But I hadn't worn it for ages. I don't think I wore it last summer, and I put it on again this summer, and I was like, I'd forgotten how wonderful and happy this perfume is. It is such a cheerful citrus. It's beautiful. It's simple. It's another one that's super affordable. So that's Acqua Colonia, lemon and ginger, and I just think it's so wonderful. What a pick-me-up in the morning this guy is. Fabulous. I am just truly mad about the Guerlain range. I adore them. I think they're fantastic perfumes. The original is my favourite, and then probably the Intense and the Sparkling Bouquet are my next favourites, but I've also got Sensual, and I think that's beautiful, and I have the EDT. That one's really pretty. I actually have Floral, although that might be decluttered. But this is Bloom of Rose, and it's the original Bloom of Rose, and this is the Eau de Toilette. I didn't like the Eau de Parfum, but the Eau de Toilette I liked, and I kept it, and I thought that's going to be nice in summer. And I do tend to forget, because when I sniff it from the sprayer, I just think, it's okay. I don't think I love it. And then I'll wear it, and when it dries down, it just smells so beautiful. It's like a very citrusy, floral version of Guerlain, but without the sweet creaminess. So it's quite sheer. It's kind of thin in comparison, but in quite a nice way. It's still relatively like long lasting. I think I'm really aware when I'm wearing this, but it's got citruses and lavender in the top. The mid notes are neroli, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine sambac, and then the base notes are Tahitian vanilla and sandalwood. The vanilla manages to just stop this from going too sharp, and it's not screechy. It's just really nicely balanced. There is almost a sugariness here. But it doesn't go vanillic, like you don't get an obvious vanilla. If you told me there was sugar in this rather than vanilla, I would totally believe you. But yeah, this is one that on the skin, it just really blossoms, it blooms. It's not very rosy to me. I think there's equally as much jasmine and neroli in here as there is rose. But it's a kind of slightly unusual, because of that lavender, citrusy floral summer perfume. And in summer, in hot weather, this smells beautiful, like really amazing, really, really gorgeous. So that's Guerlain, Bloom of Rose, Eau de Toilette. I cannot tell you how happy I was when I saw that the Body Shop had re-released their Mango perfume. I was a bit sad that it was the body mist and not the actual Eau de Toilette, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. This is just the best mango scent that I've smelt, really. I've smelt a few mango perfumes recently that I do think are really pretty. For instance, I think the Zara, I think, is it called Succulent Mango or something like that? They've just released a mango perfume, which I unfortunately have completely forgotten the name of. But that one really smells like it has a similar mango to this. It's just got a few florals in there, but are very subtle. But I didn't bother buying that one because I had this, and it just smells like a fresh mango. There's no messing around. There is just a hint of the green skin, but it's mainly juicy mango flesh, not too sweet, so it's not overripe. It's like that perfect ripened mango. That's what it smells like. That's all it smells like. The notes only say mango. But my goodness, this is so delicious. I love this. I've worn it quite a few times. It layers nicely over anything that has a mango note. It's absolutely delicious. Like, so beautiful. Really, really, really love Mango from the Body Shop. And I'm not sure if this one's come back permanently, but I think it's still on there at the moment. If you want it, go get it now, because who knows how long it's going to be there. But yeah, so that's Mango from the Body Shop, their body mist, and it's fantastic. Next on the list, we have Jeanne from Lanvin. This is a perfume that I hadn't worn for quite a while because I really, really went off berry scents. I don't know what happened, but most of this year and last winter, I just did not want to wear anything that had a berry scent unless it was specifically cherry. Like, I've been fine with cherry, but raspberries and blackberries, and strawberries, I'm often not interested in strawberries, but I just was not interested in berry perfumes. I really went off them. And Jeanne is a beautiful berry musk. I think of this as a raspberry freesia musk. So I kind of ignored this. It was at the back of my cupboard. I took it out of my display. That's how much I kind of kept sniffing it and thinking, no, I don't want to wear this. And then I just deliberately took it out and put it on when I was spending the day with my husband, because he likes fruity musks, and I thought, I'm just going to try this out again and see how I get on with it. And I just loved wearing this, and I was so happy in it. And I, so much so that I instantly took it out and put it back in my kind of musky perfume display section, because it's so, so pretty and it's so easy to wear. It's so beautiful. It's blackberry, pear and lemon in the top, mid notes of raspberry, peony, rose and freesia, base notes musk, sandalwood and amber. And it has the classic musk and sandalwood combination that makes it smell almost like a bar soap. It's that kind of musk. But the blackberry, I do get a little bit, maybe the pear a tiny bit, but I mainly get raspberry from this. Yeah. See, and smelling this now, I'm like, I can't believe I didn't want to wear this for so long. Like, it was so good, but maybe, I mean, I think you can wear this at any time of year. Like, it's really beautiful, but it really was lovely in not too hot summer. Like, this level of muskiness, I wouldn't necessarily go for like super high heat, but oh my goodness, yeah, Jeanne from Lanvin, this is so fantastic. So yeah, I'm still truly loving this one, and I'm glad that it's back in my rotation, because I was genuinely thinking I might get rid of this, partly also because it smells a little bit like my Lolita Lempicka Mon O. And that one, in fact, they do smell incredibly similar, but Mon O has a much kind of more woody dry down, and it has a kind of anise spicy scent as well. So I decided they're different enough that I can keep both, which is good because this is a huge bottle, so I'm going to have to try and actually lay into it a bit more and actually wear it more. But yeah, so Jeanne Lanvin, really, really gorgeous, really, really lovely. So now we're about to get into probably my absolute favourites that I've worn this warm kind of season. And this particular one, I think is the best for really, really hot weather. And it's a surprise to me. It's a Britney Spears fantasy perfume. Now, I did actually just recently do a video about these fantasy perfumes, the ones that I've had in the past, the ones that I've tried, and the ones that I have blind bought recently. This was a blind buy. I bought it because I was interested in the watermelon note, and my God, am I obsessed with this perfume. So this was brand new, and this is a 100ml bottle, and that little dent has been caused by how much I have worn it since I bought it. And I probably in my flat I have over 300 perfumes at the moment, but of the ones that are actually considered to be part of my collection, I don't want to declutter, and that I actually love, I've got like 200 perfumes, and I've managed to dent this one just in maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Jungle Fantasy is just so fresh and beautiful. I really, really like it. It's another one that has a bit of a weird plasticky smell. It has like, I've tried to describe it, and I do think the more that I've worn this and actually Sheer Fantasy, it smells like a dolly that is scented to smell like cupcakes. It's that kind of smell, so it doesn't literally smell like a cupcake, but it has a sweet cupcake accord that is almost a little bit plasticky, but I love it. So this is watermelon, yuzu and violet leaf in the top, mid notes of waterlily, gardenia, gustavia flower, base notes cupcake and tonka. And I just think this is so good in hot weather because it's so fresh, it's quite sheer. You do have to spray quite a lot of this one on, although I have to say, I think maybe that it's harder to smell this on yourself sometimes than other people, because I did have a compliment when I was wearing this one, even when I thought it had long worn off, and it lasts much better on clothes. But it's just juicy, it's fresh, it genuinely has a watermelon note that smells like watermelon, and then it has that slightly sweet plasticky dry down that I just can't get enough of. So at the moment, this is recency bias, but this is my favourite watermelon perfume at the moment, and it has knocked out the Adidas Get Ready that used to be my main favourite, although realistically, if I'm thinking I just want to wear a watermelon perfume that's, you know, hardcore watermelon and I'm not thinking of much else in it, I'd still go for Get Ready. But yeah, this one is my favourite this summer. Like, I love this. I hope I feel the same about this next year when it gets hot again. But yeah, just really love Jungle Fantasy from Britney Spears. It got me back onto Britney Spears perfume, so yay. Yeah, that's such a good one. This one, guys, has been such a surprise to me, because when I first got this, I did like it, but it was never really a love. This is Mambo from Liz Claiborne, which is so big I'm struggling to even get it in frame. But this perfume has been... like, I've been craving it this summer, and I've worn it quite a number of times. It's not in my top 3 at the moment, because one of my top 3 is one of my all-time favourites, which is the Boom Cherry Blossom and Green Tea, which I wear all the time and I have for years, so there's no news there. But you'll see my most worn perfumes this year in a minute, because there's 2 of them here. But I think if Fragrantica showed me my top 5, I wonder whether this one might be in there now, because I've been wearing it loads this summer. This is a orangey, mangoey, floral, gingery heaven. And my God, this smells so good in properly hot weather. So because this one to me was quite floral, I didn't know that I would particularly be into it when it was... like really, really hot. But then I just kind of wore it, and I wore it because I was testing it against what's it called, My Way Ylang, and this one came out top. Like, I really like My Way Ylang. I think it's delicious. I love the mango note in that, but it's a little bit more chemically than this one. This is just a little bit of a better quality perfume, in my humble opinion. And also, I get like tuberose from this. It doesn't list tuberose, but I really think it smells like there's tuberose here. If you like Twilly, I think you would love Mambo. If you like Hugo Boss Red, Deep Red, I think you would love Mambo. I think if you like Libre Le Parfum, the one with the ginger in it, I think that you might really like this as a summer perfume. But I have to say, like, when I wore this and the morning was cold, it didn't smell as good to me, and I thought, oh, maybe the time has passed with this one. And then the hotter it got throughout the day, the more beautiful it smelled again. So this really is perfect for hot weather. And the notes probably would suggest that to anyone who isn't like me, who looks at all the florals and goes, I think this is too flowery. But this is mango, mandarin orange and ylang ylang in the top, middle notes of orange blossom, ginger and hibiscus, and base notes of sandalwood, musk and vanilla. And I mean, like I said, if you imagine there's a lovely tuberose in there as well, and it's not too buttery. Also, if you like JLo Miami Glow, this I think is a fruitier and easier going version of that kind of scent. I think it's much more juicy. It's not as lotiony, which is why I kept this and got rid of the Miami Glow. But yeah, I have been obsessed with Mambo, and I think this perfume is just so gorgeous. And it's so affordable. And yeah, thanks to my sister who gave me the Amazon voucher that bought this, because my goodness, I loved it this summer, and I will be breaking this out now every time it gets hot, because I smell, I think, very good in this perfume, and I think it's beautiful. So that's Liz Claiborne's Mambo, and I think it is a fantastic affordable perfume that I keep smashing against my wall because it's so big and it's really quite hard to get into the frame. So next up we have my second most worn according to Fragrantica, and I probably would have known this one anyway because I do love this. I've worn it all the time and the dent will speak for itself. Modern Princess from Lanvin. That's how much I have left in this bottle. This is a 30ml bottle, so I think maybe, yeah, I'd say probably it's thinner at the top, so probably about 5ml left of this. So I've got through 25ml of this bottle, and again I've got around 200 perfumes, and I bought this one during my years on YouTube, so the maximum time I've had this one is 3 years. I love this. I loved this from the moment I smelt it. It is a sister to Jeanne, and it shares the same kind of slightly soapy wood and musk yumminess. This one's almost creamy with that muskiness. Again, I wouldn't necessarily wear this if it was like a 34-degree day, but when it's just warm, it smells fantastic. It is a beautiful red apple and freesia musk. That's how I think of this one. So like I said, Jeanne is a raspberry and freesia musk. This to me is a red apple and freesia musk. It's feminine, it's gorgeous, it's fruity and juicy, musky and lovely. There is a weird kind of slightly innocent and easygoing young smell about this, but that muskiness makes it sexy. My husband really likes this one. He loves this when I'm wearing it. He always comments on this one. So this is red apple, red currant in the top, mid notes of freesia and jasmine, base notes vanilla, orchid, white musk and whitewoods. And yeah, I mean, I reckon there's a chance, because red apple I think is really good in autumn as well, especially early autumn. There's a chance I might finish this before the end of this year. But yeah, so that's Modern Princess by Lanvin, My Modern Princess. The text is wiped off of this, but I already have a 100ml backup of this, so I will be breaking that out as soon as this is done, because I use it all year. I just love Modern Princess. It's so good. So, my most worn perfume. I don't think I've even had this for 6 months. So I remind you, I have probably over 200 perfumes that I actually actively wear. And I've had this for less than 6 months. The Burberry Brit, the Eau de Toilette. Hello, halfway done already. This is a 50ml bottle, so I've already ramped through, I'd say, probably about 25ml of this bad boy. Oh my God, am I obsessed with this. This is my summer vanilla. And it is a very gentle vanilla, and I'd say that's because this is equally vanilla and sugar. So it's sweet, but it's not just straight up vanilla, and it's very juicy and fruity. I mean, realistically, I am a sucker for a pear and almond perfume. Like, I love that combination. I love pear, I love almond, and when they're together in a perfume and it's juicy, I am going to fall hard for it. But this one, I bought this specifically because I love the EDP, and I'd had 100ml of the EDT, which I got rid of, thinking I like it best when it dries down because it smells like the EDP. Not really considering the fact that I don't like to wear the EDP in hot weather because it's too strong. Like, it's a little bit too sweet and it's a little bit too strong. I just can't wear that one when it's hot. But this one, my God, this is magic when it's hot. If I smell it now, I'm going to want to wear it. Ah! There's like almost an icing sugary sweetness to the vanilla here, or almost like if you can imagine like some kind of powdered sugar infused with a vanilla pod, that kind of sweetness. But then there is, let me just read you the notes. Green almond, lime, pear and lemongrass in the top, mid notes of almond, sugar and peony, base notes of vanilla, mahogany and amber. So I feel like the base notes are lighter in this EDT than they are in the EDP. And that addition of lemongrass does give this slightly unusual, almost a slight nod towards being unisex. But the almond with that sugar gives it a slightly marzipan-y vanilla sweetness. Oh, I have been so obsessed with this. And I bought this earlier this year because I really missed wearing the Brit EDP, and I was like, I can't wear it. Maybe I should try the EDT again and try it in warmer weather to see whether it is going to sate that hunger I have for wearing the EDP. And actually, if anything, it just overtook for my love because it's so easy for me to wear. Like, this just smells incredible. I had someone at work ask me the day after I'd been wearing this in a meeting. She said, "You smelled really good yesterday," and she asked me what it was, and I still wonder whether she might have gone out and bought it once she found out, especially because you can get Burberry Brit and Burberry Brit EDT so affordably. I'm obsessed. Now, part of the reason that there's so much of this gone is because I have worn it quite a lot. Like I said, it's my top of the Fragrantica, like what I've worn the most. Burberry Brit EDT, that's at the top. but also because you do need to respray this one. I think the longer I've been using it, I feel like the more air that's got in it, it's a little bit darker now, and I can smell it a little bit more. It's a little bit stronger. When I first got this, I felt like it only lasted for about 2 or 3 hours. Now I can get like maybe 4 or 5 before I want to respray it. But at the same time, I'm so obsessed with it. I just want to wear it all the time, and I want to respray it all the time. I want to smell really strongly of it. But then when I take off my clothes, so I sprayed this on my chest the last time I wore it, and it must have hit my bra, because the next time I put that bra on, I was like, oh my God, why does this smell so sweet and delicious? It's because it smelled like Burberry Brit EDT. So on clothes, yeah, that's good. This is going to last a bit longer. Maybe I go slightly anosmic to it, I don't know. But this is a firm favourite of mine now, and I have to keep this and the Brit EDP kind of equal in my top 20 for life. Like, just Burberry Brits, that profile is one of my top 20 for life smells. But the EDP is perfect for cold weather, and the EDT is perfect for hot weather. So I now am covered all year round. And yeah, this has a bigger dent than the EDP, but it's not as strong as it. But I think I just got obsessed this summer. So this is my number 1 perfume this summer. A masterpiece of a perfume, in my humble opinion. So yeah. Let me know down below, guys, what you've been wearing this year. Let me know if you have any favourites, if you've put a mega dent in any of your summer perfumes, or if you've got any new ones that you really, really loved and want to recommend to other people. Put it down in the comments below. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you with another video very soon. All right, bye.